Foreman's pro debut showed early promise, overpowering Wollheim in round 3 with a rapid-fire barrage.
Of the 1968 season. Now Foreman is belaboring him. He's got Waldhelm in trouble, and Waldhelm goes down.
Miguel Paez goes down not once, but twice. It's the beginning of a pattern. Foreman doesn't just win, he erases resistance.
Попробует продолжить, но George Foreman просто начинает его уничтожать.
Foreman is all over Miguel Paez.
Kirkman arrives hopeful, but Foreman's fists dispel any optimism. Power, raw and relentless, leaves Kirkman battered and defeated.
It bothered him a little bit. The left hand staggers him, and the right hand puts him down. He's trying to get one shot off. He can't do it. Another good right hand by Foreman. And he pushes Kirkman to the camp. He went down. His feet. He's teeing off, but it doesn't look like this is going to be too long.
Foreman's comeback begins, battering Zuski against the ropes for a 4th round KO. Sikorsky tries to trade with Foreman, but a punishing hook in the 3rd ends his night.
Randy texts Cobb the way he can take punches, but he's taking a terrible beating in the process. This is brutal. It is over. Richard.
Facing the famously resilient George Chuvalo, Foreman swiftly proves his power undeniable. Chuvalo, known for an iron chin, succumbs under the heavy barrage. Foreman's menace now unmistakably clear.
He's asking the referee to stop it. He's climbing into the ring. The referee hasn't heard him. It's all over.
20 years after his debut, Foreman returns undiminished. Jerry Cooney feels firsthand that Foreman's strength is ageless. A swift, emphatic knockout.
Oh, and look at the left, come up and slice the left, and Jerry Cooney's in big trouble. He's ready to go, and there he goes.
Cooney stands firm. Foreman walks in, calm, deliberate, then delivers the walking uppercut that brutally ends the fight.
A minute and 8 seconds left.
Oh, and that's it. And I don't think, hey, this fight's over.
With age comes even greater menace. Rodriguez is knocked senseless by a punch he never sees coming. The fear in his eyes is palpable. Foreman's jab and power suck carries will. The ref mercifully halts it in the 7th.
That was the first good left hook to the body, which I think he can land all day. And I'm not sure that didn't really hurt Cowie. I think Cowie wants to quit. That's it.
In the 4th round, Foreman unleashed a thunderous left hook, immediately followed by a right hand, dropping Coetzer flat on his back.
People, you know, Coetzer is the type of guy
Midway through the 8th, Foreman connected with a crisp left-right combo, sending Coetzer to his knees. Though Coetzer beat the count, Foreman pressed on with a relentless barrage.
Down goes Coetzer, second time in the bout.
Beautiful 1-2 by George Foreman. George is puffing over there in that corner.
Well, how much more of this does Pierre want?
The referee said, do you want to stop it? Coetzer shook his head no.
And now Joe Cortez disagrees.
George moves quickly.
Ledoux's bravery is admirable, yet Foreman's brutality is overwhelming. A conclusive knockout delivered without mercy.
No question that Ledoux is going in the gut in there.
Norton, accomplished and formidable, is reduced to helplessness by Foreman's relentless power. A spectacle both disturbing and compelling.
Norton is a bit stunned as Foreman is teeing off, and it looks like 8, and here we go as Foreman comes banging on in the 2nd round. Norton goes down again. His legs are rubbery as the left hand goes to the side of his head. A right uppercut, a left jab, and a fish.
In the 5th round, Foreman unleashed a devastating left hook that dropped Frazier to the canvas. Despite the heavy blow, Frazier managed to rise at the count of 7, showcasing his resilience. Shortly after, Foreman connected with a powerful right hand, sending Frazier down for the 2nd time.
Frazier taking it from George Foreman. Foreman, not Foreman again with the right.
Although Frazier beat the count, his trainer Eddie Futch intervened, instructing the referee to halt the bout, preventing further punishment.
In the neutral corner, look out. In total command now.
In the fourth round, Lyle unleashed a devastating right-left combo, dropping Foreman flat on his back. Foreman retaliated with a thunderous right hand, sending Lyle to the canvas. The crowd erupted as both fighters exchanged knockdowns.
Now George struck back. Now George fought back with a magnificent right.
Lyle pressed on, landing another combination that floored Foreman for the second time in the round.
Foreman was staggered by a Lyle left. Foreman goes down. Foreman looking over here. Lyle to the neutral corner. Mandatory 8 count. Foreman trying to hold together, trying to keep his sense. Lyle putting on a tremendous demonstration. Now trying to move in on Foreman and end it. Remember how invincible George Foreman looked through 40 bouts. The man who knocked out Frazier in the second round to win the title. The man who knocked out Ken Norton, the man next to me in Caracas, Venezuela, in the second round. What's happened to him? Well, in the 15 months since Zaire, he's been relatively inactive, except for that charade in Toronto against...
In the fifth, Foreman cornered Lyle, unleashing a relentless barrage. Lyle collapsed face first, unable to beat the count.
Foreman uses fire in. Lyle's waiting just a little too long. They're both fighting. Lyle's got to come back with down to the canvas.
In Tokyo, Foreman's brutality is swift and ruthless. Roman, dazed and overwhelmed, falls helplessly. The boxing world begins to understand Foreman's chilling power.
I want to emphasize that Jay Edson is in good position, the referee. There, he was down. Of course, George is all over him, and that quick, Roman comes back to do battle, but not really. He is against the ropes, Foreman swinging wildly and missing, but...
In an unforgettable upset, 45-year-old Foreman knocks out Mora with a thunderous right to reclaim the heavyweight crown. The opening knockdown. Foreman launches Frazier off his feet with a monstrous uppercut.
Joe is hurt. Angie Dundee, Ali's trainer, right next to me is saying it. You may hear him. Down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
Seconds later, another right sends Frazier stumbling, the second knockdown of the round.
It's all over, Joe. Frazier! Frazier is down again!
Before round one ends, Frazier hits the canvas a third time as Foreman stalks him.
Of Joe Frazier. Down again! No saving by the bell!
Early round two. Another uppercut, another knockdown, and Frazier barely beats the count.
He is down for the fourth time in the fight!
Frazier is dropped for the fifth time. The power now overwhelming.
Frazier is down for the fifth time in this fight!
A final right hand sends Frazier crashing once more. The referee steps in. It's over.
Joe is standing. There he goes. 3 times. 3 times. The fight is stopped.